whoa. And I was like, you want more than that? And he goes,
Was it
you can be like,
Keanu Reeves that came over?
He does talk like this.
That's awesome.
And so I gave him those boxes.
You
He gave me
did?
like,
I was like,
yeah,
what,
give
like
him-
50 motherboards or so?
yeah, something like that. It was like a whole mess of them. And so I was like, hey man, I got some in my basement. I'll bring them to you, right? And he's like, really? How many? I'm like, a freaking ton, right? So I filled my back seat with these motherboards and brought them. Also, your old motherboards are gonna go into some kind of crazy art project.
Nice.
Isn't that cool? Now, if I can find out what he's building with it, which he should have something built by now. It's been a few months. Yeah, I'm gonna take some pictures and I'll bring it to the show.
All right, sweet. You
Yeah.
should. Why didn't you sell him these things? Just
Oh,
because.
I'm not gonna sell him. First of all, he's my neighbor, and like we share some utilities and stuff. And
Okay.
I gotta be nice to him. We gotta get along,
Okay.
you know.
All right, that's
So
good. Good will.
Yeah, I'm building goodwill
Nice.
with my neighbor.
Yeah, I'd like to
I
see
don't
what he
wanna
builds
make
out of
any
them.
money.
I was going to make clocks out of them. I honestly had an
Oh,
idea.
I still have him. I told him, use what you want. What you don't use, leave in the boxes, and I'll take it back because I wanted to pull the capacitors off all the boards.
Right.
And, he's like, oh, okay, definitely. But I said, just use anything and everything you want. So I might still have them in the end, man. Maybe I'll mail them to you.
No, I don't. No, I didn't mean I want to do it now. I originally had the idea when I had all these motherboards. Like, what am I going to do with these? I was thinking about making clocks out of them, just like putting like a. What do you call those things you put in that watches are made out of the machinery inside a watch? It's called something. A movement or something.
Years?
It's like a movement, like the actual piece. I don't know what the piece is called, but you could buy them at like Radio Shack and make clocks out of all kinds of stuff with them. And I was going to do that
Nice
with
save.
I was going to do that with that, but I never did.
You're gonna wake up one day and there's gonna be a box of motherfuckers inside your freaking door.
I don't want to do it anymore. I did back then.
I'm gonna put a
everybody-
movement in my toilet.
Everybody, listen. Everybody listening to my voice, do not send Steve motherboards in the mail.
Thank you.
Send them to me, please.
Thank you.
Especially to Florida.
Thank
PO
you.
box.
Do not send them there. He doesn't want them. Okay, everybody,
Do not.
don't send them.
Chris.
He's gonna throw them out.
Shut up.
It wouldn't be funny if you sent them.
Chris, you're up.
Okay, I don't have much. The only thing I have is I have something that I built, and it takes up about eighth of a D'Amico, I would call it. It's a new server.
That's
it's
called
just
a Pamico.
a what?
Pamico.
A Kamiko?
Oh, okay,
An
Amigo.
amigo.
Like a
Amico.
Pico D'Amico.
Pico D'Amico. Okay, so I made it's something. It's about the size of a Pico D'Amico, and and yeah, it's nice. I like it. It's a little small
Millimico.
business server. Essentials 2011. It's an AMD board with 8 gigs of RAM, and I got I put 6 1.5 terabyte hard drives in it. And the way hard drive prices are right now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be tearing hard drives out of those suckers and reselling them because I bought them at about $48 a pop, and right now they're worth about $300. So right now it's like 11 terabytes, but soon it'll be about a terabyte. And yeah, it's a fun little device. I don't know. I didn't have anything, so I thought I'd bring that up. I got all motivated after I listened to Podnutz Pro yapping about it, and I thought it'd be something good to learn. But I gotta tell you, I'm not a big server guy. I'm just
I'm not
kind
either.
of boring.
I think so
I'm
too.
with you. I'm with you, Chris. I built my '08. I got it all set up. I use it day in, day out, but I'm never in it. You set it up, you forget it. You do some maintenance on it once in a while.
Yeah, which
not-
is I guess what it's supposed to be. But yeah, it's fine. Anyways, it was cool. It's fun. Not, but it's there. And it looks pretty, and it blinks blue, and
Oh,
it's
that's
got a lot
important.
of hard drives in it, dude. And again, be tearing some out because can you believe the price of hard drives? You know what? That's not a dislike because it's just not. But my suppliers are taking full advantage of this and gouging the living heck out of people on it. And it's really ridiculous, the pricing that we're getting on hard drives right now. A 1 terabyte drive is like $200 at my wholesaler, where I can go to Best Buy and buy it still at normal prices. A little more expensive than normal, but
Is Best Buy still selling them at normal prices?
Yes, they're
Yep.
idiots. I love it. I picked
Yeah, I
up
went
two 2 terabyte drives. I picked up two 2 terabyte drives for like 140.
Really?
Yeah,
I gotta go
me
get
too.
more, get some, because they have to
Yeah.
go up, right? Eventually, they have to.
Yeah. Everybody else
bought
has gone up.
6
except
of them
Best
at Best Buy, and it was fine. It was like, yeah, they were $60 for the 2.5-inch portable drives, 500 gigs, and I was like, done. Like, but my supplier, that same drive right now, is $190. It's like
Jeez.
super crazy gouging, and it's really bugging me. But
Timster
that's
actually on Podnutz Daily, he said he
Yeah,
went and bought $1,000 worth
He was
at Best Buy.
he was calling everybody he knows. Hey, make sure you get some hard drives.
Yeah. Oh, really?
yeah, well, they're
Yeah.
worth tons now. Like I said, in about 6 months from now, it'll be a different story. But
Yeah.
right now, they're worth a lot. It's just yeah.
He might look silly, but you know what? He just probably doubled his money. You know what I mean?
Who,
And that's-
Tim?
well,
Of
Yeah,
course.
I think it was a great idea.
Yeah, he might have
Who
doubled
said he
his
looked
money.
silly?
Who
No,
said
no,
he
so-
looked silly?
You did.
You
I
just
didn't
did.
say that.
You did. You said he looked silly.
I don't think anybody
I did
else
not
said that he
say-
looked silly.
Well,
Timster,
actually,
I apologize for Steve.
okay, guys. No, they were kind of making. I heard a couple people's voices. I'll just say that much, making teasing him a little bit. But
I got
we're giving him a little bit of a hard time. Now he probably doubled his money, and you know what? You can't get that in an investment anywhere else.
no,
you know?
I think it's a great investment.
Yeah, I mean, he could sell them to shops.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right.
I never use hard drives.
Let's let's
Me
do
neither.
some.
Floppy
think I'm
drives
joking, I
only.
I don't go through hard drives at all.
I still use the 10-inch floppy drives. You ever see those? Those are good.
You know what I had to buy the other day? I had to buy a USB floppy drive because one of my customers found 24 floppy drives, and he said, I need to find out what's on these. And I said, okay. And I came there with a USB floppy drive, and boy, those things are noisy. Do you guys remember how noisy those things were? And you're like, wow, this thing is, and you're like pulling data off, and it says 3 minutes. And I look at it and I go, this is 1.4 meg. How is this taking 3 minutes to pull data off of it? Awesome. Sorry,
Yeah.
I interrupted you.
No, that's all right. I'm gonna do some emails now. This is from Ralph. Sent us a video from wimp.com, and it actually takes to a YouTube video. And the title of the video is, oh, wait, is it this? No, this I'm totally wrong.
Let's do the YouTube video.
It's not the YouTube video. It's different. It's weird. It's called Siberian Throat Singing, and it just sounds horrible. It sounds horrible, weird. And here it is. Siberian Throat Singing. Here we go.
Sounds like a beer opening to me.
And they look.
What is the Canadian national anthem?
I like it. Can you full screen it?
Really? That's what you asked him? Can you full screen it? I was going to ask, can you mute it?
But like here's here.
Live for adding me on Google Plus.
Here's a messed up thing about it. It's not a joke. I mean, if you look at them, they think it's beautiful how they're singing and doing that.
Well, you see what's happening in the background, right? Like there's like, the Antarctic washing by them in the background. This is not, they're not down the street. They're in the middle of nowhere, and this is it. They don't have, a nice radio station to listen to. This is the radio
wait.
station.
So you're saying, like, for lack of other music that they can compare this to, that sounded good to them?
Yeah.
Yes.
To them, that's good. Throat sounds fantastic. To us, it sounds funny and weird. But this is just the way you need to get out. On this vacation. Maybe you should have traveled a little.
Maybe
I
you should
admit,
did travel.
to some more third world countries.
I'm admittedly very uncultured, but that sounded like crap. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I could have grown up with a pack of wolves, and I still think that would have sounded like crap.
Steve,
Anyway.
really? I mean, seriously,
I was just
man.
kidding.
It's seriously, Steve. Come on.
I
It
don't
sounds
like
worse than that.
it. Does.
It was kind of beautiful.
If anybody thinks that that's beautiful, I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't hear
Don't
it.
apologize. There it
I know
is.
what to sing to my wife on our 25-year anniversary.
That was from Ralph. Thank you,
Thanks,
Ralph.
Ralph.
This is from Wilbur Bear. I don't know what this is. Wilbur, or not Wilbur. Yeah, this is from Wilbur.
Wilbur Bear always brings the best
Oh,
videos.
this is he actually brought a cool. This is pretty cool. It's not wimp.com either from Wilbur. It is a site called Hangout Canopy. It's basically I think it's a plugin. It's either a plugin or something that you it shows you who's doing Hangouts on Google Plus. You don't have to just scroll down in your stream. It actually alerts you when a hangout actually happens.
Oh,
Yeah, how come we're not doing live hangouts during the shows?
I don't know because we're doing a show.
Yeah, people would interrupt us. What are you talking about?
No,
Yeah,
I mean
exactly.
they can. Never mind.
But no, we kind of want them listening to us, William. That's sort of the whole point of this.
yeah.
Right, but they can be listening together. They can start their own. We're watching the show hangout.
No, just William. Just don't worry about it. Okay, let Steve deal with this.
But anyway, this thanks, Chris. This looks like cool. I don't know, Wilbur, if it's a browser plugin or what, but it's really cool. You could find out when Hangouts are happening, and it's something that is definitely lacking in Google Plus. Thank you, Wilbur. And next email is from Jeff. He says, this is Blackhammer. Jeff. He says, Steve, just wanted to say I am with you on your reading of the spam email from the blog. I noticed the blog about Wednesday of last week. I used the same theme, by the way. As of yesterday, I'm seeing the same general comments popping up, stupid general statements from a site in the EU. This is my first attempt at a web page. It's going slow, but I intend to have 2 blogs up. Totally. He's talking about the comments you get on WordPress blogs. I don't know about you guys.
hilarious.
I love reading them now. I cannot, like, when I get one, that's usually the first email I go to now. They're the funniest things.
That's awesome.
Liam, you like them, you said?
I love them.
Oh, they're great. They are great. The ones about SEO aren't funny, but the ones that...
You get the one that's been translated from 2 different languages, and so like it just makes it's like a Google Voice translation, is what it's like.
Really? I don't know if I got that one, but I get ones where they say something totally off topic, like a little story, like this one about a crab, like a girl put a shell up to her ear and the crab in the ear bit her ear, and then the end of I gotta find it.
That's awesome.
That's a good story.
It's great.
What happened? Is her ear okay?
Yeah, but then at the very end of the post, here it is. WordPress comment. Today, I went to the beach with my children. I found a seashell, and I gave it to my 4-year-old daughter and said, you can hear the ocean if you put this up to your ear. She placed the shell to her ear and screamed. There was a hermit crab inside, and it pinched her ear. She never wants to go back, LOL. I know this is entirely off topic, but I had to tell someone.
And what's the link back?
It's like, it's a spam, it's airsoft.allwinbusiness.com.
I think you can edit that and just pull the link back out and then just let it and then post it to your blog as a comment.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
But that's the kind of stuff I'm getting. This stuff like that. It's
That's a
hilarious.
good one.
Yeah.
Hope her daughter's okay.
Yeah, I know.
I hope not.
Hope the hermit crab's okay. That could be
I was more
bad
worried about
hiding
the
I
one.
places
agree.
like that.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
I was
Yeah,
definitely more worried about the hermit crab personally.
me too.
Yeah, now that you say it, I'm worried about it too.
I'm worried about everybody in that
Yeah.
story.
I'm not worried about their daughter.
I'm worried about the
the
mother.
hermit crab.
All right. Well, Blackhammer sent us another one. He says, I was listening to Nuts at Night number 109, also known as Podnutz Daily, the Nuts at Night edition. When Chris
Nice.
when Chris Barry was talking about the lady with the Acer PC that would not connect to the internet, but his laptop would connect. He says, I have seen this problem before. Near me is a rural area that experiences more lightning strikes than anywhere else. I have had several computer jobs because of referrals from the local insurance agent that holds homeowner policies in that area. One time I replaced the PC and it worked fine for me, but it would not connect to the internet at the client's house. An electrician was there and he told me to wait to connect the PC. The house's main ground wire was melted off outside. He said that a laptop will always work fine because it has its own battery to maintain power. He said a PC will vary on voltage, and he has seen the PC cut off dial-up modems and network cards before because of a faulty ground. They will light up, but the motherboard will not allow full power to the expansion cards until a steady power state is maintained. Ah, there you go.
I talked to
both of those
Blackhammer
items.
on this, and this lady was so crazy that I told Blackhammer I would fly him up here to diagnose it, and he told me no.
Plus, on your cable modems and your DSL modems and your regular old dial-up modems, those ground outside. So if you do have a bad ground in your house, other devices in the house can